DreAllDay.com.
What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Today, let's talk about the power, the greatest power that you have. The power that many people, even though it's the greatest power that all of us has, each of us has, many people never utilize this power. Then they wonder why they feel powerless in life. Any of you ever felt powerless? Some of you feel powerless in your life. Right now, I'm going to tell you why. It's because there's a certain power you have that for some reason you're not using it. Hopefully we can maybe get to the bottom of it or close to the bottom of it in this video here. And it's your power to walk away. Your power to say no. Your power to say, you know what, this situation right here is not the situation that I want. And even though you may not know where the better situation is, you may not know what the right situation is because you don't see that yet because you're stuck where you're at, you walk away anyway. You walk away in strength knowing that whatever it is, that better, it got to be better than what we got right now. It got to be further along than where we are right now. There has to be a better outcome than the outcome that I'm living with right now. That's the power to walk away, the willingness to walk away. This is something that you can apply. I mean, how many of you watching this video have stayed in a relationship too long? Knowing that, and I'm talking about an intimate relationship, you know you didn't want to be with that girl or that guy anymore. You knew it, but you stayed in a relationship for 3 more years before you finally got out. Or maybe you're still in a relationship right now knowing you need to get out of it. Any of you ever done that before? How many of you ever stayed at a job you knew you didn't want to work at anymore? You knew you hated the boss, you knew you didn't like your coworkers, but you kept working at the job because maybe you were afraid that you wouldn't find another job, or you were afraid that you might go broke, you wouldn't be able to pay your bills. Maybe the same reason you stayed in that relationship is you were afraid of being alone. You were afraid of maybe that person was providing something for you that you weren't providing on your own without them, and you weren't sure you'd be able to without them on your own. You weren't sure you'd be able to do it if you didn't have that support system, so you stayed somewhere that you didn't want to be anymore. How many of you have accepted terms or accepted an agreement or accepted a situation in life, anywhere in life, not because you thought it was a good situation? You knew it wasn't the situation you wanted. You knew it could be a whole lot better than this. You knew you should say no, but you did it anyway because you're like, well, I don't have anything better. I don't know if I'm gonna get another opportunity. I don't know if this will ever come along again. I might as well, take the bird in the hand. This is the best opportunity I can get. Maybe whoever offered you that situation sold you on that idea. Like, hey, if you don't take this one, you might not get a better one. And nothing like this is gonna come along ever again. You better take this one right now. And they scared you into accepting a situation that you knew you didn't want. Any of you ever been in that situation? I'm sure you have. Any of you ever experienced that? I'm sure you have. Some of you are living that right now in your life, and you know I'm talking to you, and you know you need to do something about this. I heard Seth Godin, who's a famous author, marketing expert. He's written several books. He actually, if you read my book, Work on Your Game, you'll see his blurb right on the front cover of the book, at the top of the book. But I heard Seth say once that somebody called him for, people would call him for a speaking engagement, and he would look on his calendar and he would see that he didn't have any engagement scheduled for that particular month. So he would just take a certain engagement that was less money than what he wanted, and he would take it anyway because he was afraid. He had the fear in his mind was speaking to him saying, yo, you don't have any other engagements, maybe you'll never get called for another speaking gig ever again in life, so you better take this one, even though it's not the one you want. And he would take it. But then he realized what he was doing, and he said, you know what, I'm going to say no to the ones that I don't want, because when I do, and this is what happened, he started saying no to the ones he didn't want, even when his calendar was empty, and then that phone would ring again, and he would get the calls for the things that he wanted. And this is the point that I'm making here, is that you got to be willing to step into that void, step into that emptiness, step into that darkness. You know what that darkness is? The darkness is walking away from the things you know you don't want, having no idea where the things you do want are, or if the things you do want even exist, or if they're even available, or if they're even open to welcoming you in. Walking away from the thing you don't want anyway, and standing for that moment. So the thing you don't want is right here. The thing you do want is over here. You got to step out of this and step into emptiness with maybe a chance of getting into the thing you want. Maybe you'll get that phone call for another speaking gig. Maybe you'll meet another girl or another guy. Maybe you'll get another job. Maybe you'll be able to start another business. Maybe if you get rid of all your customers because they're assholes and you don't like any of your customers, you fire all your customers, maybe you'll get some new customers in the future. But for a while, you're going to have to stand in this emptiness. For a while, you're going to have to step into this darkness. For a while, you're going to have to live in this space, this void of, I don't know if I'm ever going to get another chance again. Are you willing to do that? Your willingness to do that has a direct linear relationship to how much power you have in your life. The power you have in life is your willingness and ability to walk away from the things that you don't want, to say no to the people you don't want to be dealing with, to be okay with being by yourself, to be okay with being alone, to be okay with not having a situation or an opportunity lined up right now, because you know eventually you're going to get something better. That's just the faith that you have in your mind, the applied faith that you have in your mind that, you know what, I don't know if there's anything better, if I'm ever going to get anything better, if I will find anything better than this, but I know this ain't it, so I'm walking away from this. So I'm leaving this, I'm quitting this job, I'm dumping this girl, I'm breaking up with this guy because I know this is not the situation that I need to be in. How willing are you to do that? What stops most people from doing this, as we go further, is fear. The fear that there won't be anything better. The fear that you'll never get to this level ever again, so you might as well stay here because this might be as good as it gets. The fear that you won't be good enough to recreate this situation, or maybe do it on your own, or do it all over again, or get yourself back on your feet if things don't work out the way that you wanted to. It's the fear of not being worthy, the fear of not being capable, the fear of not being able, the fear of stepping into that darkness, stepping into that void, stepping into that nothingness alone, not knowing when or if you'll ever step out of it. And that fear holds so many people back in life. It keeps so many people from ever getting what they deserve to get in life. They talk themselves out of what they're supposed to get. They talk themselves out of the potential that they have. They talk themselves out of the success that is waiting for them just around the corner of that darkness that they're not willing to walk. They're not willing to walk through the dark alley to get to the light at the end of the street. And this is what stops a whole bunch of people from being who they want to be in life, doing what they want to do, and having what they want to have. Now, that's your challenge. I want to tell you something. I started a new platform called the Game Group, and in the personal development focus area, we're going to work on this. We're going to go to work on those fears, go to work on those anxieties, go to work on that stress, go to work on those unspoken fears that keep you from living the way that you want to live. The things that keep you, those elements that keep you from walking away, that keep you from saying no, that keep you from utilizing the most important power that you have in life, which is your willingness to say no, to walk away, to step into that darkness and live in that darkness, not knowing when you want to see the light again. I'm going to help you with that. And all the information, details on how to get involved in the Game Group is down here in the video description. Y'all know my name, Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Work on your game. Nobody out there needs more information. What you need these days is a strategy, frameworks, processes, how to actually take all the information that's out there, all the knowledge and content that's out there, make sense of it, and actually produce a result, a tangible result. That's why I created the Game Group. It is my membership site where you will get tangible results for specific areas: business, personal development, basketball skill, and professional basketball. Choose your area of focus, and we have targeted, specified outcomes every single month, along with live trainings, the ability to contact me, have your work critiqued by me, and a whole lot of other stuff. The link and all the information is down in the description at DreAllDay.com/membership. Get in the Game Group if you're ready to get some results and not just a whole bunch of information. Let's do it. Work on your game.